Combat Talk with the King. Yeah, we here. July 19th. The city's hot. From New York to Philly. It'll be record-breaking heat. And in this ring, they're going to bring some record-breaking heat. You got Manny Pacquiao on the left. You got Keith Thurman on the right. Now, Manny Pacquiao never really had a boxing name like Iron Mike Tyson. And it's kind of weird now that he has the Fighting Senator. Keith Thurman always had one time. There was a time when he was one time. But let's check this out. This is an onion, and we're going to peel back the layers. Now, I was going to do like Combat Talk where I broke it up between each fighter and then the fight. You understand? But then I got to thinking, you guys are intelligent. And it's saying that I want you right now to hit that like button, turn on those notifications, like, follow, and subscribe so you can get all this Combat Talk. Now, is this the best fight that could be made in the welterweight division? No, it is not. Let's get to the layers of this fight right here. Now, after being used up by Bob Arum, Pacquiao signed with Mayweather Promotions. What? He signed with the PBC. Whose money is running the PBC? We all know Al Heyman is the mastermind. But the financial backing behind all of this stuff is Floyd Mayweather Jr. Okay? So understand, Floyd has a hand in all of this great PBC fighting that we're getting. Keith Thurman went on a hiatus after shoulder surgery. Same thing with Manny Pacquiao. Remember, when he fought Floyd, he had a shoulder surgery. Now, here's the difference between two shoulder surgeries. Manny Pacquiao got his surgery done and was ready to get back in the mix. I want to do this. Keith Thurman took off more than a year and a half. Got married. He was overseas and seemed very disinterested in continuing to box. Big names like Errol Spence Jr. was not being called out. And you have to see how fighters look at their long term. Now, in this onion that we're about to get to right now, I'm going to give you the physical aspects of each combatant. We all know that Manny Pacquiao is at an accelerated age, 40 years old. With 70 fights, boy, you are aging bad. Now, Keith Thurman, at 30 years old, with 20-something fights, think that wear and tear is a whole lot less. But Keith Thurman has fought the best in the welterweight division. He's fought Danny Garcia. He's fought Sean Porter. He's fought Robert the Ghost Guerrero. He's fought a lot of the top welterweights to be the top welterweight. And don't get it twisted, I'm not a Keith Thurman fan. I liked one time, but when he was fighting fighters that I thought that he either lost to or he was going to lose to, I was going against him. Manny Pacquiao. We remember Manny Pacquiao as that whirling dervish, throwing punches like an octopus. darting across the ring, moving from left to right, being the second best boxer in this decade. Or fighter. He's a fighter. So we could say he's the best fighter, and Floyd is the best boxer. Either way, he comes in number 2. Floyd is the best of our generation. Probably the best of all time. TBE. Best ever. Now, both of these guys had a long, grueling training camp. Both of these guys came in at the exact same weight. 146.5. Do I expect them both to be 146.5 going into the fight tonight? Hell no. Do I expect Keith Thurman to actually put back on that water weight and come in at least 10 pounds heavier? Yes, I do. Manny Pacquiao probably coming in 5 pounds heavier. Now that we talked about the physicality up into the ring, what's the mindset of these two characters? Do you think Pacquiao still has the hunger? I think Pacquiao is still chasing that giant payday that he caught from Floyd. That type of money is addictive. Especially when you're spending money hand over fist holding up a nation. You see your money ebb out of your pockets very fast. And when he's fighting with Bob Arum, Bob got most of that Mayweather money. So if he fights Mayweather now, he can get the majority of his cash. So of course he'll be chasing that check. So that puts you in a dangerous position. That means you have to fight a lot of dangerous people. Let's not forget Manny Pacquiao versus Jeff Horn. See, that's the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is Manny Pacquiao versus Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn is not the person back in the days that could hold Manny Pacquiao's jockstrap, let alone go 12 grueling rounds with him and take his belt. Jeff Horn tried that crap with Bud Crawford. Bud beat the brakes off that boy. Now that is in perspective, now that you see where I'm going, now that you understand what I'm talking about, now let's look at Adrian Broner versus Pacquiao. And I thought youth would be served. I thought this would be the time that baby Floyd would throw his hands. But Pacquiao was all over him like a cheap suit, beating him from pillar to post. But I want you to remember one thing about that fight. Whose face looked like they was in a fight? It wasn't Adrian Broner's. Remember that. 70 fights, a ton of wars. Not taking anything away from the man, but this is a young man's sport. Now on to Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman fought Shawn Porter, fought Danny Garcia. He fought the top welterweights in his division and came out unscathed. He didn't fight no Errol Spence. Now, the reason why I believe that this fight was taken even was because they see a vulnerability in Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman mixes it up in his fights. He can stand tall and he can box, but he gets in there, he throws the shots. He goes to the body. He shoots that jab. Keith Thurman is probably the only welterweight that I heard that I got an O and I'm ready to let it go, baby. Let's do it. And I guess him signing fights has definitely proved his words to be true. Now, let's get to the desire part. Who really wants this fight the most? Is it the fighting senator that's chasing down that $100 to $200 million fight with Floyd again? Or is it the young lion who's willing to go through the fire to grab this old man's pelt and rock that belt because he feels that if he knocks out Pacquiao in such a dramatic fashion, that he will get that Mayweather fight? See, Keith Thurman is at a point now where he doesn't want to fight these young dogs. He doesn't want to fight a Bud Crawford. He doesn't want to fight a Earl Spence. He doesn't want to fight none of them Charlo boys. He wants to just get some money, get out, go live life with his new wife. And if he can get some easy pickings on the way through, it's good for him. That's why we've never really seen him with that top dude. And I don't think it's from a lack of trying. Let's respect one time. Let's respect the guy with the O that's in this fight. Now, let's get into technique in the ring and how this fight mixes up. Manny Pacquiao closes distance with his feet, not his hands. What I've noticed is that his hands and his feet is not aligned. Now everybody laughs. Keith Thurman also jokes about it, that says Manny Pacquiao has T-Rex arms. But once he gets inside, he's letting his hands go. And he's going to be all over you like an octopus. But what I don't like about Manny Pacquiao is when he steps back, his hands is down. And he's bouncing from side to side. This is where Keith Thurman can land a jab and a right hand. Manny Pacquiao doesn't take punches to the head well. Actually, punches to the head on Manny Pacquiao is very devastating. He reacts bad to punches to the head. Keith Thurman reacts bad to punches to the body. Manny Pacquiao's bread and butter is punches to the face. Keith Thurman's bread and butter is punches to the head. In that equation, you can see where I'm going. I don't think this ends up the same way as Pacquiao versus Broner. I believe this young lion is coming to feast. I believe that this young lion will let those hands go. I believe when worst comes to worst, Keith Thurman throw that hand first. Do I want to see one of the best of my generation go out there and knock Keith Thurman out? Do I think that fuels him? Hell yeah. He's seen a check for $100 million. Do you understand what a check for $100 million look like? What type of motivation is that? You're with arm's reach. Every time you turn around, he's hugging Ellaby. Pacquiao is. Ellaby is an earshot away from Mayweather. Hell yeah. You don't think Floyd want easy money? I don't think Floyd will come out to fight Thurman. But I think if Pacquiao beats Thurman, But this fight, excuse me, this fight, I think Thurman wins this fight. I think Thurman wins this fight in a unanimous decision. Because both of these dudes haven't been knocking nobody out. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep that 100. 12-round split decision, Keith Thurman. In this fight, I would love to be wrong. Do you have any idea how wrong I would love to be in this fight? But I got Thurman. Common sense tells you youth, speed, less wear and tear. Think about it. You're going to go buy a car. And I don't care if one is a Ferrari. If it got 300,000 miles, boy, I might not try to do that. I might have to take that Corvette with only 20,000 miles on it. Keep it moving. It's Combat Talk with the King. Catch you guys later. See you next time when I got Errol Spence versus Sean Porter. Woo, woo, baby! That's a fight that I can't wait to see.